What is the best Gorilla Tag fan game? Is it Big Scary, Capuchin, Scary Baboon? Well, I gathered all of the best Gorilla Tag fan games, and I'm going to be playing all of them to see which one is really the best. Starting with Moki. So I hop into the game with a friend, and I go to the computer to change my name. Then I go to the wardrobe to change my color code. Then I found this really cool zipline that led around the entire map. Then we head to the jungle map. I go out of the stump and see some cool mushrooms. Then I found out that you can swing from the trees. I mess around with the swinging, and then I got launched across the map. Then we go back to the main map, and I check out the hats, and I even saw my beanie, so then I bought it and put it on. Then my friend whacked me with a hammer. Then I went to check out the glasses, and they all looked the exact same. Then I looked at the beards. Then I checked out the pets, and they were very expensive. Then I checked out the foods, and I saw a taco. So I went to buy it, and then I put it on and ate it. Then we went to check out the temple tag game mode. I spawned in, and I tagged my friend. Then he tagged me, and I couldn't move. So I chased him and tagged him. Then I ran around for a bit, but then I got bored, so I went to try out the other game mode. My friend came out of nowhere and tagged me. Then I went up the ladder and saw a really cool map. Then I climbed up and tagged him, and then the round ended and we chose the crown game mode. I went and got his crown, but then I got bored, so I left. Moki gets a 6 out of 10. The next game is Monkey Tag. So I spawn into the game and I go to the computer to join a code. I look outside, then I go down the tunnel. I go to the right and I see a room. I head to the shop and I go check out all the normal cosmetics, and it was too dark for me to see anything. Then I saw this weird looking purple monkey and I beat him up. Then I go to check out the icon sets. I saw some really cool cosmetics like a traffic cone. Then I look at the bundle, which was really expensive. Then I go check out the mod menus that I still have no idea how much they cost. Then I go to the Monkey Labs. I go in and it takes me to a weird room. I open one of the doors, but then I see that it's horror, so I went out as fast as I could. So then I go check out canyons. I found a temple and I went in it, and it looked very scary, so I left. Then I decided to go to beach, and there wasn't anything in there, so I left the game. Monkey Tag gets a 3 out of 10. The next game is Capuchin. So I hop into the game and I put on the top hat, and I put it on the stick. Then I go out of stump to climb the rope, but as soon as I got to the top, I fell. So I just decided to go on the log instead. Then I go to this house I saw, and I saw a white monkey. Then I went and took a dive in the pool. Then I went to the shop to check out the cosmetics, and I was too poor to buy anything. But I saw some cool cosmetics like a gun and an ice cream thing. So then I went to check out the beach. I went through the tunnel and saw a giant building with an ice cream on it. I tried to get on top of it, but I kept falling. So I just decided to swim over to one of the islands. There was a cool umbrella, but nothing else. So I went back out of the beach map. Then I saw this rocket ship, and I went in it, but it didn't do anything. So then I found this spinning bird, and I touched it, and I got launched across the map. So then I decided to go to the zero gravity map. I went through the black hole and kept flying around for a bit. Then I found this crack, so I decided to go in it. It took me a while, but eventually I got in. When I got in, I saw this orange black hole. But then I looked around some more, and I saw this really cool looking dog. But then I got stuck inside of the zero gravity map, so I just left. Capuchin gets a 7 out of 10. The next game is Royale. So I hop into the game and I go to the computer to join a code. I get in with my friend and we start the game. As soon as the timer hit 0, I went straight to the white building. I opened the first chest and I got a pistol. Then I opened the next chest and I got a machine gun. I go down to open the last chest and I get a bandage. So I equip the bandage and the machine gun and I go down the building. I go to the building next to it and got some pretty cool loot, like a banana gun, another banana gun, and a pistol. Then I go up the fan to the next floor and I find a machine gun. Then I go outside to the bridge and open the chest and got an epic baseball bat. I opened another chest and got some ammo, and then opened another one and got even more ammo. Then I jump out of the building to go find the other player, but I found some chests on the way there and got distracted. I got some ammo and some more ammo, but then I went to find the other player again. I look around and then I saw him on the volcano, so I go up there to get him. I activate my grenade and threw it down the hole, but I missed. So I went down the hole to go get him. I saw him and I whacked him with my baseball bat. He saw me and ran away. He tried shooting at me, but then I ended up defeating him and win. So then we do another round. I go out of the plane and go straight to the volcano. I open my first chest and I get a pistol. Then I look around a bit and get some more weapons, like a grenade and another grenade. Then I go to the sewers and I find a camera that lets me see outside. Then I got out of the sewer and I started healing him. I look looked around, but I didn't see him anywhere. Then I looked towards the buildings, and that's when I saw him. So I went over to him to try and sneak attack him, but I threw my grenade, and it ended up just hitting me. So then we started another round. I go out, and I go to the white building again. I get in, and get some loot. Then I see him right onto me. So I jump down and attack him, and he tried to heal himself with the bandage, but I ended up winning. Gorilla Royale gets a 10 out of 10. The next game is Cebus. So I load into the game and I go straight to the shop to check out the cosmetics. I saw this weird diaper with a monkey on it. Then I found out that the turning was really bad. So then I looked at more of the cosmetics, and I saw Ice Spice's hair, TV Man from Skibbity Toilet, and that's when I saw the best cosmetic ever, my beanie. So then I went to check out the hangout room. I went in and saw a cool bundle. Then I looked around some more and there wasn't anything in there, so I left. So then I went to check out the content creator room. I went in and saw a really cool green screen, so I turned it into something really cool. Then I went back to Forest to go find some other stuff. I found a movie theater and it was playing the best movie ever. And then I saw a cave, so I decided to go to it. I went in and saw a really cool ladder, so I climbed up it, and there was nothing up there, so I went back down. I went in the water, and that's when I saw this free cosmetic, so of course I got it. Then I saw the staircase, so I went up it, and I found another free cosmetic, so I got that as well. Then I decided to go to the skate map. I get in there, and I do some cool tricks, but then I leave. So I decided to go to the beach map instead. I went in, and then I found another free cosmetic, so I get it, and then I go to try out one of the slides. I go up the stairs, and then I go down the red slide. The slide was really slow, but eventually I got to the bottom, and then I decided to just leave the game. Cebus gets an 8 out of 10. The next game is Big Scary, so I hop into the game, and I join a code. I go to the shop to check out the cosmetics, and I see Shrek stuck in a cage. And then I see the cosmetics. There were some pretty cool ones, like the content creator hat, which said you needed 10k to get the hat, which I had, so please give me the hat, Shrek. Then I go down the yellow tunnel and I see Shrek trapped in a cage again. Then I go and check out one of the levels. I go in and I see this very creepy clown. But then I go out and I get the first nose, then the second nose, then the third nose. But then I died, so I decided to go to a different level. But then I get distracted and go on top of the map, but there wasn't anything up there, so I just went back down. We head to another level and I solved the first puzzle. I get the second one and the third one, but then I died. But I ended up getting another puzzle, then another, and then I finally beat the level. I went to the exit and I saw a cool cage. I went in it, but it didn't do anything. So I jumped down and then I saw a really ugly rat thing, but then we decided to leave. So then I decided to go and get in the game with my other friend. We go down the yellow tunnel to the PvP map, we fight in there for a bit, but then we left. So we decided to go check out Voxel Horror. I went in and then I looked for blocks. I got some gold, some more gold, and some more gold. But then my friend had to leave, so he gave me all of his blocks, and I went to build my house, but then my game crashed. Big Scary gets a 9 out of 10. The next game is Monk. So I hop into the game and I see these vines hanging from the ceiling. I go over to them and I swing on them. Then I decide to go check out this tunnel. And then I got in and saw the beach map. I see a pirate ship in the distance, then I go and mute the music. Then I see this lemonade stand, so I go to it. Then I go away from the lemonade stand and I see some jet skis. So I try to get on them, but I fall. Then I get on one, but I couldn't control it. Eventually I managed to control it and I went over to an island. I hit a ramp and landed on the island, but there was nothing on the island, so I got back on my jet ski. I drove around a bit and then I ran into a wall. So I went over to one of the buildings, I crashed into the rocks, and I started climbing them. Then I jumped into the water and climbed up the ropes. I noticed that they were very misplaced and I couldn't get past them, so I went back into the water and went back to land. I went over to check out the shop and I noticed that I couldn't climb the rope, but eventually I got up there. So I looked at the cosmetics and I saw my shirt, so of course I went to put it on, but it didn't work, so I left the beach map. I found a tunnel, so I went inside of it. I stick my hand in the paint, then I go to check out the other shop. I get over there and I find a free cosmetic, so of course I had to get it. Then I looked at the other cosmetics, but there wasn't anything that I liked. So I went to the mirror to check out my outfit, and I thought it looked pretty good. So then I went down this green pit. I got in there and saw a stage. I went up and I saw myself on the screen, then I went up to the microphone. But then I left, cause I have stage fright. So I went back up the tunnel, and then I found another tunnel. So I went in there, and I saw a bunch of really cool slides. I went down a ramp, then I slid down the mountain. I kept looking for a way to get up to the slides, and after searching for like 10 minutes, I finally found it. So I went up the ramp into the first slide, and I went down it. The slide was super fast. I kept going until eventually I got to the end and slid across the ice. And since I was too lazy to climb up the ramp again, I just decided to go up the slide. And after climbing up forever, I finally reached the top. and then I got ready and jumped down the slide. I reached the bottom and I started sliding on the ice. I hit the mountain and got launched in the air. Then I decided to leave the game. Monk gets a 10 out of 10. The next game is Scary Baboon. So I hop in the game with my friend and we go straight to check out the map. We found out the monsters are broken, so we just went past them. We go up the elevator and then we go through the gate. I see a bunch of monsters huddled together. My friend gets past easily and then I also get past. Then we go to explore, but we just go in circles. So then we looked around some more and we found a pool. I go up and I go in the hot tub and we were way too small to fit in there. So then I go down the slide and I get stuck. But eventually I made it down. And the pool made you jump really high. I get up on the orange slide and I see that it's made of Minecraft glass. Then I saw a vent, so I tried to go in there, but I couldn't do it. Then we go back out and into a very creepy hallway. Then we looked around a bit and we found a staircase. So we went up it and we found a weird pressure plate thing. So then we looked around some more and we found some beans. And I found this little green guy. So then we went in the vent, which was really dark. Then we found this weird hallway, so we went in it. We looked around and I found this weird red room. So I showed him and then we left. We found our way back out of the hallway and then I lost him. I looked around a bit for him, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Then I went up some stairs and found a cool rat, some ice that you can slide on, and a bunch of cheese. Ahmad, what do you want? So I went back down and that's when a monster got me. Then I found my friend and we checked out the cosmetics, like queso, which he had, and the VIP area, which he also had. He also showed me his gold top hat, which was really expensive. So then I juked the monsters a bit and then we decided to leave. Scary Baboon gets an 8 out of 10. The next game is Egg VR. So I hop into the game and I go to the kitchen. I go to the other side of the map and I see a speedrun thing. So I press the button and I go to the end. And I thought that I got a pretty good score. Then I went over to check out the pool. I go on the slides, and then I see another speedrun thing. So I press the button, and I'm off. I go over the frying pan, I go up the wall, I climb up the fridge, and then I make it to the end. And I didn't get a very good score. Then I saw this cheese castle, so I went to check it out. But I saw a free cosmetic and got distracted. But then I go into the cheese maze, and I go in one of the tunnels. I keep going, and I see some fries. So I get them, and I keep moving. Then I saw this creepy rat thing, so I went past him and lost him. Then I kept looking around for a bit till I found the exit. I get my prize and I go back to the kitchen. Then I see this weird door, so I go in it and climb up. Then I see a sign that says roof, so I go in the hole, and then I see something on the wall that says roof. So I go in it and I get taken into a tunnel and get launched up. I see a room full of boxes and I go look around a bit. I see this weird dojo thing, but it didn't do anything. Then I saw a bucket, it also didn't do anything. So then I went to try the speedrun thing. I press the button and I go up the tunnel. Then I got a pretty good score, but then I decided to go back down to the kitchen. Then I went to horror. I go in and I look around, and then this thing starts chasing me. I try to run away from him, but I failed. And then I left the game because I was too scared. Egg VR gets a 6 out of 10. The next game is Animal Company. I hop into the game with my friend and he pulls the trigger off a grenade. So I run away from it and it explodes. Then we head into this creepy hallway. We get in and we see a pit full of wires. So we jump down and he grabs the flashlight. We go around the corner and see this weird eye thing. I jump up on the wall and try to get past, but the monster got me. Then I buy a flashlight and head back down. I try to get past the monster, and this time I actually do it. So I wait for my friend, but he never came. So I just decided to go by myself, and the monster got me again. Then we head into the forest. We go around the corner and get past the monster, but then we saw another monster and he attacked me, and then I fell through the map. So then we went to the forest and went another way. It gets very dark and we jump over the edge. Then we try to get past, but the monster got us. I go up on a mountain and see something weird. Then I jumped down, then my friend jumped onto mine and exploded. Then I went in this weird machine and told him to close it, and it didn't end very well. Then I did the same thing to him, and then we left the game. Animal Company gets a 6 out of 10.